For so many, for days, we followed the Knoxville family's unimaginable story of pain. Twin toddlers die after falling into their babysitter's pool.
But tonight, mom and dad decide tragedy will not define their children. They were gracious enough to meet with me and share the real stories of their twins. They're also addressing feelings of anger and confusion about how this could have happened and whether they saw red flags with the babysitter who has now come under fire. They were masters of mischief.
And this is an example of them being mischievous. There's a little box where their toys go, and
the toys are not in it.
No, they are.
They were partners in crime.
They climbed out of the crib together. They destroyed their room together, poured powder everywhere, diapers, wipes.
They very much understood each other and co-conspired in their shenanigans together.
And they were more than the tragedy that took them.
Alyssa was really Daddy's princess. Elijah was definitely more of Mama's boy.
Very much so.
They were both just perfect. Just perfect.
A perfect family torn apart on Friday.
It was the worst day that I will ever have in my life.
All I heard was, they're in the pool, get here as soon as you can.
I got there and I ran to the back and they were working on the babies on the ground.
I begged him and I said, bring my daughter back, please. And he didn't hesitate. He went right back in there and worked. And you could tell he
wanted to save her.
He did.
Nothing could save Alyssa or Elijah. Both drowned in their babysitter's Knoxville pool.
There's definite anger, but I'm trying to push that really far back because I don't want to be angry.
Were there any red flags for you guys ever?
I think as parents, you try to do the best possible to try to investigate where your kids are going to go to daycare.
It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter what the reasons are, because none of it will change anything. No matter what reason this happened or that happened, nothing's going to bring my babies back.
This is all that mom and dad have left. Little moments caught on camera.
This is their first Halloween. This probably made my day that day, more than likely. That smile obviously is beautiful.
And stories that will never slip away.
She would crawl into my jewelry box and take every piece of jewelry out. And I mean, she'd have bracelets, up her arms. If you tried to give him a girl sippy cup,
I have that.
No, he did not. He knew the difference between boys and girls right away.
Before Elijah passed away, his parents donated his organs and gave life to other children.
He's hopefully saved at least 3, if not 4 people's lives, more than some of us will ever do in our lives.
He is a hero.
He'll be our little hero.
They are a blessing.
They were definitely a light. They brought happiness everywhere.
They are more than just a tragedy.
It's my little girl again.
This has probably been the greatest 23 months of our lives, so it's been great.
She said the best 23 months of their lives.
Yeah.
They would have turned 2 years old soon.
And you're going through that now with your little 6-month-old and how important, how important Hawken is to you.
Yeah.
And these parents felt the same thing.
Yeah, it's unimaginable what they're going through and how they were even able to speak today.
We, in our family, we went through something similar where we didn't know if our youngest was going to survive brain cancer. And people asked, well, how are you even waking up in the morning? How are you even feeding yourself? You have no choice. You have to take that next step. And that's what these parents are doing. But also what they're doing is they want everybody to know how amazing their kids were. Their kids weren't the story, the little headline, toddlers drown in pool. No,
so much
these
more.
Amazing daddy's girl, mama's boy, fantastic little kids, and these parents' lives are just crushed because of this mistake.
And you talk about having to keep going. They do have 2 other sons that they're caring for, older sons, so that's part of the motivation too. And we talked a little bit about this. Amelia says that she's the twins' mother. She didn't really see any red flags because the site where they found the babysitter supposedly does background checks. She talked with other parents who go there. They're doctors, they're police officers. She thought If
Going to that same babysitter.
Yeah, if they're trusting this woman with their children, surely she's trustworthy.
Well, who does, for parents watching, who does the background checks? Who is the group?
Well, it's care.com is the site that says that they do those background checks, and that's how we've found child care as well. So
a lot of other parents are saying the same thing.
yeah, just got to do your due diligence, that's for sure. We talk about what's pulling them through. They say East Tennesseans who have raised nearly $34,000 for them through a GoFundMe page is really helping. They say, yes, the money will help with hospital bills, but really the most valuable part about that effort are the messages of support and love that people, complete strangers, are leaving on that site. Amelia says she goes not to look at the number, but to read the messages.
As a mother, you love your children. But when other people love your children, it makes you feel even better to know that it was more than just you, that the community loved them just as much.
And I think they're seeing that, especially tonight. Friends and family also showed up at the Alliance Brewery for Pint Night. We're told they raised well over $1,000 for the family.
And folks, it does help. If you want to reach out to this family, find a way to do it. It makes a world of difference.